Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and a little update on today, Friday, January 3rd, although I might not publish it until the 4th. And so we had a little scare today. Heather was in the bathroom, someone else was here, Hetty was here, and Heather started to droop forward, giving signs she was maybe fainting. And then suddenly, according to Hetty, the color drained out of her face. And I arrived very quickly after getting summoned, and she was sweating profusely, clammy, cold hands. Like I said, the color was drained out of her face, and then she started this shallow breathing. Normally, you know, in the past when she's had these sort of fainting type of things, well, I haven't panicked, but this time I freaked out pretty hard, believing it was a cardiac issue. And I know that heart attacks present differently for women than men. So I thought, okay, this has to get looked at. And I know many of you have recommended that in the past. You said when she fainted, get her to the hospital right away because it could be a heart attack. So I did that. I called 911, and I don't call 911 at the drop of a hat. They came. Super duper paramedics. Like, I can't say enough about how compassionate and understanding and professional they were. Of course, still impressive. They were there within 5 minutes. And you know, to make a long story short, Heather went in the ambulance to the ER. She had a ECG. They drew blood, and they took a detailed history and listened to her heart and lungs and palpated and asked all kinds of questions. And the ER doctor came to the same sort of conclusion that we reached, that it is a vasovagal syncope, a vasovagal reaction from being on the toilet. So I think maybe I need to focus a little more, try harder to keep her hydrated during the day, or I don't know what it is, or maybe we just have to learn to live with this. But it was quite an experience, and Heather just was in such a great mood throughout as she felt better, fascinated by all the medical work that was going on around her, and laughing and smiling to the doctors and the nurse and the paramedics. And you know, if there's to be a silver lining from this, I would say it reassures me that she's going to be fine. She's going to do fine in long-term care. If she has that kind of reaction to people helping her out, I don't want to say poking and prodding at her, but you know, people who are being familiar with her, if she's so positive about this stuff, long-term care is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. No worries at all. It's still, you know, it's hard, but it's getting a little easier every day, and this certainly helps ease my mind, and it'll help smooth the transition. So that's where we are. That was today. It wasn't planned. We had several hours of paramedic and then in the ER waiting to be seen. And of course, under our healthcare system, the cost was zero. I don't even think we get an ambulance bill for that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And so naturally, I made some video here with everybody's consent. So come along. Let's see what's happening here. Here we go. So here we are. This was, we're hoping it was a vasovagal thing. She fainted on the toilet and clammy and sweating and all this stuff. So, and shallow breathing. I'm not one to call 911, but this scared me, so they're going to have her checked out.
Oh, best thing to do.
Should be okay. Yeah. Okay. So there she goes. We're going to the hospital. Hey Heather, you okay? So we're going to the hospital, and fingers crossed everything will be fine.
Everything clear? Oh, it's Costco.
How are you doing, Heather? You okay? Everything seems to be fine. Heather had an EKG and is waiting for blood test results. We suspect it's vasovagal syncope. Just a guess here. Because your color is good, right?
Smiles.
But we don't
almost
know.
back.
We don't know. We're going to wait for a
No.
doctor to say something. And that's that. What do you think, honey? So we've been here for, how long have we been here?
Not that long, maybe
Not
a
that
couple
long.
of hours.
A couple of hours, and somebody's perking up. Are you perking up? We had a cup of tea and some Mr. Christie's digestive biscuits. And Heather's color is back. Just stopped sweating, and we're just waiting for the physician to come by with the results of a blood test and her EKG, which we're hoping is all going to be fine. Oh, that's it for now. Okay, so roughly 2 hours in the emergency department. They did ECG and blood work and workup, questions and palpations and all that stuff. And the emergency room physician's opinion is that it is indeed a vasovagal response. Everything adds up to that. As somebody or more than one person on my channel suggested way back when. So that's good news, because I was worried, because Heather had this shallow breathing, I was worried that that was a cardiac symptom. But they're saying it's vasovagal. Odds are it's vasovagal. They could do invasive testing. I said no more, no testing. Heather's happy, cheerful, and I'm headed to get the car. We're going to go home and have some supper and relax. So that's our adventure today. Adventures in caregiving. Bye. So I'm just waiting for Hattie and the paramedic to bring Heather to the car, and she hasn't actually gotten into the car in 3 weeks. It's going to be a challenge to get her seated here. I know it. Let's see what happens.
It's their whole day, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
This is going to be tricky, maybe?
Yeah. It's going to take a bit of effort here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. Now pull the chair away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. You can do it. You can do it, baby. Come on.
Old white motivator.
Get in here. You got to get your bum on the seat, okay? Oh boy. Okay. Oh. There you go. You're in. Yay! We managed. We got you in. Yay! Here you go. I'll get this heat going. Oh.
Good job.
We got you in, Heather. We got you in. Let's go.